Welcome back! In this video, I would like to take you through the course curriculum. We are now in section 1. In this section, we introduce the course, and then we provide some guidelines on how to approach this course, and we will provide the guidelines to obtain the material that we will discuss throughout the course. This consists of code, presentations, and datasets. At the end of the section, you will find additional learning resources in case you want to learn more about different concepts of machine learning. In the next section, we will give an overview of model deployment. We will discuss what model deployment is and why it matters, and then we will introduce the concepts of the research and the production environment in case these are new for you. We will then move on to discuss the machine learning system architecture. What are the key components of this system architecture? What are the challenges and principles that we should follow when we are creating a suitable system architecture? And then we will discuss different architecture approaches. We will end up this session introducing the concept of reproducible pipelines, what they are and why they matter. And then we will discuss the challenges to reproducibility and how we can mitigate them. We will next step into the research environment. In the research environment is where we create and develop our machine learning models. A machine learning pipeline consists of multiple steps, starting from gathering the data that we are going to use to build the models, to a variety of feature engineering techniques, and then feature selection techniques to select the most predictive features, and then model building and assessment. We're going to introduce very briefly all these concepts, and then we're going to finish this section by developing a machine learning model that we're going to deploy throughout the rest of the course. We will then move on to production code. We're going to show you how to transform the code that we have in a research notebook from the research environment into code that can be used in production. To this end, we're going to discuss the code and the project structure, and then we will introduce the concepts of object-oriented programming, logging, error handling, and unit testing. We're going to make use of Python environments and various testing tools that we will also introduce, and we will also introduce some production tools. By the end of this section, we will have transformed the code in the Jupyter notebooks into code that we can then use in the rest of the course. We will then create an API with the model, and we will be serving the model via this REST API. We will show you how to create an API with the model from the previous section, and in particular we are going to be using FastAPI, and then we will show you how to send data to this API and obtain the predictions. We're going to discuss schema validation of the data that we send and receive from the API, and then we're going to discuss the handling of exceptions. What happens when we receive data that we did not expect? We will move on to package the model and deploy this packaged model to a private repository, and we will discuss the tools that we can use to do so. We will then add a layer of continuous integration and continuous deployment. So we will start the section by introducing what continuous integration and continuous deployment are, what are the tools available to you to introduce continuous integration and continuous deployment. We're going to introduce CircleCI, which is the platform that we will use in the course. And then we're going to publish the model to a private repository and test the continuous integration pipeline. We will then discuss how to deploy a model to platform as a service. We're going to discuss what platform as a service is, what tools are available to us, and then we're going to deploy our model to a platform as a service utilizing continuous integration and continuous deployment. We will then move on to running our apps within containers. In this section, we will introduce the concept of containers, and we will introduce Docker. We will show you how to install Docker, and then how to create an API application Docker file. We will finally build and run a Docker container, and then release our model to a platform as a service utilizing Docker. Finally, we will close the course by assessing the reproducibility between the research and the production model. We're going to compare the results and discuss what happens in case the results are not identical. If you need support, We will provide plenty of links all throughout the course to additional resources to learn more about the topics we discuss here. There is also a Q&A section where you can ask questions and we will answer them promptly. So, we look forward to seeing you aboard.